There really is like a dry spell in content right now. I don't even know what to react to for real, but I randomly did find this video. This is how the frontman and Ilnam cheated in every Squid Game. If you're a Squid Game fan, this video is for you. If you're not, my bad. I've seen both seasons. I definitely have an opinion on the show. I'll probably let you know what that is at the end of the video. Stick around for that. If you're new here, subscribe. Like the video if you like it, obviously. This video is by No One Asked. No, really. I don't think I've ever seen a video from them, but that's the first time for everything, so let's check it out. I'm telling you, that content in dry spell, bro, only so many situations.
I saw that many of you appreciated my short about how the frontman would survive every game, so I decided to follow up with a video explaining this in more depth, as there was still some confusion about it. I will also discuss how Ilnam would survive every game in the second part of the video. In the first game, the frontman didn't participate, as we could see him watching the game from his chambers.
Oh, yeah.
This was a clever move because there were 455 other players, and for the most part, people didn't know each other, so nobody was likely to notice his absence. However, I honestly believe that the frontman didn't want to enter the games initially. The only reason he joined was to stop and interfere with Gi-hun's plan.
Oh, bro, tell me.
With Gi-hun's help.
Alright, my bad, bro. I had to change the camera. It looked like I had fucking top view and shit, like I'm a strategist.
Help and strategy, the number of deaths had drastically decreased compared to Season 1. The frontman knew he couldn't let this continue because the games wouldn't be as entertaining as before. In the Season 1 finale, we catch a glimpse of a conversation where the frontman asked Ilnam why he would risk his life by joining the games. Ilnam answered that it was much more entertaining to play the games rather than just watch them. However, I don't think the frontman's reason for joining the games was purely for fun. If
I
it
didn't
were,
think so either.
He would have participated in red light green.
Like, if you haven't seen the show, bro, you know, my bad, but I honestly think frontman don't flip, bro. I feel like he don't be a good guy. That's don't be his new best friend, bro. Unfortunately, I can't remember his name, but 456. My man's is don't be his friend or something, bro. Like, I don't know. There's some kind of connection with them. You know, that cop's still out there, you know, roaming the islands and such, you know, but we know the captain of the ship is, you know, corrupt. You know, and I'm, you know, spoiler alert, my bad. I probably should have put one in, you know, at the beginning of the video. I'll probably add one in text or something. But, you know, if you haven't seen it by now, bro, it's been out for a minute. You know, you're late. You know, we talking about it, we spoiling it. I like Squid Game, bro. It ain't a bad show. You know, it ain't the best show in the world, but it ain't a bad show. You feel me?
Green light,
no promo,
as Ilnam did in the first season. Moving into the second game, the frontman ensured his safety here as well. His team conveniently went last, even though his team was in the middle of the crowd.
Yeah.
When they were discussing which members should play
too.
which game, we could see that players surrounded them on all sides, left, right, front, and back. This means they were in the center of the crowd, so their going last was clearly part of the frontman's plan to survive this game. We can see that when it is their turn to play, there's only one other team left. In this game, if the frontman's team loses and the other team wins, the guards would wait until the other team left the playing area before killing his 4 teammates, leaving him alive. Perhaps he would let Gi-hun live as well, imprisoning him and forcing him to watch the remaining games. But that...
See, I've been thinking that too, bro, and that's my boy's name, Gi-hun, bro. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I watched the show. But, yeah, man, I feel like he obviously had some kind of plan with them because he won the first game. I'm just wondering what the plan is. I feel like they want him to be, like, that front man because they need someone that they can, like, trust, that knows the game enough. And he did technically try to go report, you know, he ran off, tried to snitch, but it didn't work, you know what I mean? And they obviously knew that and they don't care, but I feel like they're gonna try to, like, rope him in, and I feel like they did that with others, and we're gonna find out later, you know, season 3 or whatever, 2.5, whatever it's called. But the show was high-key good, bro. Like, if you ain't messing with it, bro, like, something wrong with you, bro. The show actually pretty good. Like, you should check it out. I know people don't like the subbies, bro. I know people hate subtitles, bro. It is what it is, though, bro. You gotta get used to it. If you're an anime fan, bro, you on my channel, you must be an anime fan. But, like, you gotta, like, get used to that shit, bro. You gotta shake that off, you know, un-Americanize yourself for just a second and just watch the damn show, bro. It's not terrible. It's not the worst thing you'll see. And again, this ain't a promotional video, bro. I just enjoy the show. I enjoy content.
That is another theory. Lastly, we have the mingle game. I think this was much easier for the
I don't have that fire
frontman
beat.
to survive, due to the chaos created when the teams were being formed. With everyone running around, he could easily separate from Gi-hun and find an empty room where he could hide and wait. We can see that when the team size was supposed to be 4, he sacrificed himself, telling Gi-hun he could find another teammate to meet the required number.
Yeah.
Gi-hun and his friends immediately started running. When they arrived at the chamber, Gi-hun looked for the front man, but couldn't find him. It was clear that he had gone into a room alone because he wouldn't have been able to find teammates that quickly. The only difficulty for him in this game was when he chose to save Jungbai. As soon as the team size was announced, he grabbed Jungbai and started running, eventually entering a room with another player. At that point, he likely realized that if the timer ran out, there would be no way to kill the other 2 players without putting his own life at risk.
Yep.
So he immediately killed the 3rd player, ensuring it would come down to just the 2 of them. But even so, if there were 3 players in the room, I am sure the guards would have opened the door, killed the other 2 first, and the frontman would have faked his death so they could escort him out of the playing area.
They did something.
In conclusion, he was in no real danger, no matter what, even when he entered the room with that other player. The only reason he killed the other player was to gain Youngbai's trust and keep him alive long enough to kill him in front of Gi-hun, breaking his spirit.
Hey, bro, that's some fuck shit, bro. Imagine your nigga, like, getting painted like that, bro. That's fucked up. Like, on some real shit. But, you know, that they were getting it done over there, bro, for some wand, bro. That's all I can say, bro.
If you're wondering how he would survive the special game, it would be with the help of the guards. We can see that the guards were stationed outside, waiting for confirmation to interfere and stop the players. If the frontman had been targeted, they would...
I just want to pause on this one for a moment. Do y'all remember them walking across this? Just remember, this was at a period when it was nighttime and it was dark, and these idiots were sneaking over to the other side, walking right here, right there, on a glowing symbol. It's a glowing blue symbol, and they're trying to creep over to go kill these other people, or unalive these other people, however you want to go about it. But they were going over there to kill them, and they were walking across the light barren floor. Like, I'm no tactician, I'm no stealth expert. I have played a few stealth games. I have a military background, but even I know you don't walk where the light is when you're trying to creep in the dark. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I digress. We don't.
wouldn't
watch
have
the
waited
video.
so long.
It's just funny.
They would have
I noticed
intervened
that
immediately to stop the
because
attack.
look at the whole space they got back there. They could have walked all around here. You feel me? All back here. But no, they walked directly in the center of that joint, right there, man. Like, even in the front, like right in front of me, right here, or behind me, whatever, right here. They could have did the same thing, but no, they went to the glowing part, and I get it. It was a cinematic effect. It looked good. The shot was nice, director. You got me. Like, the shot was good, but dumb choice for stealth. So you get like minus 50.
Attack. The camera
From what?
has
I don't
night
know.
vision
Minus
and
50
can detect thermal heat from the human body, meaning the control room staff would closely monitor the front man
It was a good
and
plan
anyone
from
approaching
Young.
him. Also, I don't think anyone would have dared to go after him because of his display of power when he beat Thanos and Namgyu. There were easier targets, like the old lady.
Can't believe people were afraid
This
of Thanos,
highlights
bro.
the key difference between Ilnam joining the game for fun and the frontman joining the games to stop Ji-hun. In my opinion, Ilnam was in greater danger during the special game than the frontman. Perhaps this is why he instructed the guards to interfere and end that game. Now let's quickly review how Ilnam ensured his safety during his games as well. In the first game, we can see that the doll was programmed not to scan Ilnam, allowing him to stop and move even if he was a second too late. For the Dalgona game, the 4 of them decided to split up, with each taking a different shape. Song Woo picked the triangle first, as he realized what the game was about. Ali chose the circle because it reminded him of the moon from his hometown. Ilnam let Gi-hun choose because he was confident he could survive the game even if he picked the hardest shape. However, Gi-hun ended up choosing that shape. Look at Sang-woo's reaction when he heard this. It's clear he knew what game was coming next, and tried to persuade
He
him.
like, that nigga tripping, bro. He's like, yo, he's like, I got the easiest one. And then he's like, that nigga said, yeah, I'll take the umbrella. He was just like, that shit was so funny, bro, because like just the fact that a lot of the stuff was like hidden until like the end, but it was like symbolized throughout the show. I love shows that do that. Please name drop some more shows that do that. It can be in Korean, Japanese, whatever, Spanish. It don't matter, bro. As long as I can read it. But it can be with them subtitles, bro. Just make sure the show is pretty decent. They don't even have to be the same concept. I just want some decent shows. You know, go ahead and name drop, bro.
His friend to pick an easier shape. In this game, if Ilnam couldn't complete the challenge, he could simply wait until the time ran out.
Which they did.
The guards would then kill everyone in the room except him. Even if he made a mistake and broke the shape, the guards would let it slide. He could keep his broken piece hidden inside the box, and no one would notice. In the special game of the first season, Ilnam was in the greatest danger because as an older man, he was an easy target. This is why the guards carefully monitored the cameras, ready to intervene if anyone came too close to him. Ilnam knew about the special game and prepared for it. When the lights went out, he immediately climbed as high as possible to prevent anyone from reaching him. Perhaps this was the reason he decided to stop the special game early. He was afraid things would spiral out of control, putting his life at risk. And now, the hardest game for Ilnam,
or maybe
the tug of war.
Somebody.
Many people believe he accepted the possibility of dying here and played the game fair and square, but I don't think that's the case. After they won, we could see that every player had a lock on their shackle, except for Ilnam. I believe his shackle wasn't locked, and if his team had lost, he could have released the rope and moved aside to avoid being dragged down.
That'd be a crazy twist, bruh.
Additionally,
imagine just like you holding on to the rope for dear life, bruh. Then like it just pulls you down, bruh. You know it's your time. Then you see Ilnam just be like, oh, like that, and then just whoop whoop, he's just gone, and you just falling like free falling, and then he just over there just like, hello. Like I can imagine, bruh. Like just the hate in your heart on the way down, bruh. That shit would be intense.
Additionally, we see that even after they won, the rope wasn't cut immediately. This delay suggests that a person was in control of when the rope would be cut.
Of course, probably the whole
This
time.
is a strong indication that Ilnam had a plan. If his team had lost, he could have released the rope, and the winning team would have also fallen because the guards wouldn't have cut the rope in time. Since the platform was far above the playing field, the other players waiting their turn wouldn't have been able to see what actually happened. If both teams had fallen, they likely would have assumed it was either a tie or some kind of accident, without suspecting that Ilnam had survived. As
I will say, he's basing that off a lot of assumptions. That's assuming that people would assume so, like a lot of that stuff. Is it all is assumption like, oh, they possibly couldn't see that high. Like, what if they can though? Like, what if their vision actually pretty damn good, and they're like, oh, wait a minute, why is he still alive though? Like, wait, wasn't the old guy on those people's team? Like, because you gotta realize a lot of money's on the line. Some of these people might actually be using their brain a little bit. Some of them. I know some people just like, you watch the Beast games, you just see some people just don't use their brains. But I digress, bro. We back to
for the marble game, no explanation is really needed, as we clearly saw how he ensured his survival. The reason he chose that game to quit was because he knew the glass bridge game was next, and there was no way to guarantee his safety in that game without exposing his true identity. So in conclusion, neither of them were in any real danger while playing those games.
I gotta pretty much 100% agree with that, because I felt like the whole time, as soon as they joined in the game, well, it's like once I found out the old man was in the game, I assumed that the games were tailored to be not against him. So no matter what, he'd be able to get out in some way, form, or fashion. And then same thing with Frontman. As soon as he did enter the game, we see him enter the game, I knew he would be protected in some way. At some points, I did think it was gonna be like, oh nah, they actually don't realize he's in the game. But I do want to know who is filling in the shoes of the Frontman when he's not there, because I feel like it's someone pretty important. But we're not going to find out, obviously, until later, unfortunately. I really wish there was a manga, you know what I mean? Just in the ships, it feels like anime, low-key, but it's all good. I'm excited for more Squid Game. You'd actually let me know if you guys are too. If you're new here to the channel, subscribe. We've made it past 1,000. You know we up, bro. This year, let's hit the 2K, bro. You know what I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the vibe this year. Let's hit the video to 3 likes, bro. You know you messing with your boy. We did some more videos on the channel, bro. Let me know if you want to react to something specific. Go check out the game channel. You know, eventually we'll get more on there too. But I'll holla at y'all soon. I'm out of here.